What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We got Scott down here this weekend and we're gonna start the rebuild of his machine. As you can see, it's just a little bit off, not much. We got a bunch of parts ordered. This is about 6 days after our trip. We got everything in except for the shock. The shock is coming from Canada, so it's coming a few days after all these other parts. But got the lower A-arm, got the bulkhead, upper A-arm, tie rod ends, axle, and this is Sherry's old plastic fan shroud because his broke right there. And Sherry has an upgraded steel one that we did a while back through Fast Lab UTV. But we figured we'd take you along for the rebuild on Scott's machine. You'll be able to see everything here except for the shock, unless maybe it comes in tomorrow, which is a possibility. But you can see the front is kind of like a stub nose because he landed on the front. Landed on this and that, and it pushed everything back. Came back in, messed the frame up right there, messed the bracket up back here a little bit, tie rod in, stuff like that. So we're gonna work on getting this entire front end off, get it pulled off, and then we can assess and fix the frame damage, which I don't think will be that big of an issue.
You want the red tool?
I'm good.
And then once we get all this stuff off, we'll get into the replacing of parts, which I don't think will be too big of an issue. A couple upper lower A-arm, tie rod end, bulkhead because it got smashed up. That should be about it other than the shock. But once we get the shock, we'll be able to bolt that pretty easy. It comes without the springs, so we'll just pull those springs off, put it on this new shock because it broke. You can kind of see here. It broke up in here. You can see it kind of goes like this. So that's what we're doing now.
Okay, here at the scene of the crime. What happened, boys?
We were taking a shock off and it just pretty much exploded apart.
Yeah, it's seen some better days. For sure.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It's a little bent.
Must have been a rope pin or something in there holding that together, huh?
Probably. Looks like there was something in there.
It blew apart and everything come out of it.
Welcome to the scene of the crime.
I should just not worry about the radiator?
I mean, it's not leaking.
No.
That won't hurt nothing. This is what you want to worry about, but I think it's okay.
I'm just worried about it leaking. But you'd think if it was going to leak, it would have leaked.
It would have leaked, yeah, because
it should be good to go.
It was running for.
Put an egg in there.
It was running for what, a half an hour after you did that.
Oh yeah, at least. Yeah.
You got the front end pulled off. That's seen better days. Oh, that's old. That whole thing's broke, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. No, unclip all those.
Sure, you want to take a 10 to this? We can take that off.
Yeah, but this has
And
to
then-
stay there.
Do you want me to disconnect this?
Yeah. Yeah, and then we can just kind of maybe lift it up out of the way enough to get to the frame. Those hoses probably have enough play. We could probably set that radiator up here.
This one? I think there's 4 of them.
I'm surprised your shock tower brace didn't bend.
I am too.
That's pretty cool though. Nothing down here on the actual frame. Frame is tweaked. No cracked paint. No buckles or bends or anything like that. And actually your A-arm folded in front of where everybody else says they bend. There's already like a mini kink in there from the factory and it didn't even bend there. It bent there. See right there. Alright, we'll take some more parts off and we'll be back. Ready, action.
All right.
If it'll come off as bent as it is.
We're gonna pull off this mint upper
Mint.
arm, maybe.
Mint, make an offer.
Yeah, make an offer.
No
All
low.
owned.
Don't own.
Green trails only.
Never ridden hard.
No low balls. I know what I got. We were wondering if this bolt was bent. I don't know that it is.
I think maybe just that metal with that plate, maybe just a little bit.
I wonder if these are ruined.
Bolt looks.
Here's the other one. It's
Bolt
sticky
looks
down
pretty
there.
good.
This one's bent.
Is it?
Yep. I don't know that this is gonna come off. Yeah, this bolt's bent.
I see. This way a
Oh,
little
yeah,
bit.
it is.
Yep. I don't know how we could fix that. Maybe heat it up.
Hmm.
But it's gonna mess up the threads, I would think.
We probably have something.
Let me get
Like
this
the
pushed
relief
back
or
in through
something?
here. And I'll leave that out because we need to straighten that up a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're gonna do here.
Hmm.
Do you wanna? Yeah, you don't want to ruin the inside of that either.
I'll take a bolt off of Sherry's machine.
We could do that.
All right. Next step is we'll figure out a way to get this off, and then
Straighten
we'll work,
that up.
Yeah, we'll work on getting this straightened out and this back here. I don't think that will be too bad.
This here?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I think
There's
it's just
a-
bent out.
There's a brace welded to about right here.
So I think it's just this piece right here that's bent.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. to
We
me.
could probably just hit that with a hammer and it'll be just like factory.
Stock.
Everything else looks good.
This is pushed in.
Yeah.
So, like you said, we get a slide hammer in there, and
Yeah, we'll get it in here, pull it back out. Maybe
that.
maybe something in here.
Yeah. All this down in here looks okay to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too.
I think you're stuck on that plate.
There's your hammer.
Take it out in pieces.
Oh, I see that plate needs lifted up.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, souvenir.
Hang that on the wall of shame.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's a shame. Wall of Fame. Just because you did it with more style.
That's the style I wanted to do. But
Alright. Now, these are definitely tweaked.
oh, yeah. That's tweaked a lot.
So two.
Let's make a game plan for that.
Okay.
Pull down a little bit.
Wow.
Take a side view. It's maybe heat it up one more time, give it a little bit more with the bolt, but it's looking pretty close.
I had to heat up a piece of metal to bend it back.
It's hard to tell with that bolt in there.
Yeah. It almost looks like maybe from like here down
Maybe.
is just a hair. We can go.
How are we going to bend just that? You would think that what we were
I can-
doing would
I'll-
bend it right there.
I'll heat it a little bit lower, and then we can we'll let it cool down a little bit, and then I'll heat it just above that nut,
Okay.
and then we can pull
Maybe
it down.
fold
Just,
it down over. I
Yeah.
agree. I think This all up in here looks decent.
Yeah.
So it looks like this is out just a shade.
Kind of from like the middle of the nut down, almost. Yeah. All right, cool.
I'll tell you what, that's tougher than it looks.
Yeah, that is.
That's pretty sturdy, guys.
Yeah, that is. Now you have this 90 right there. That gives it a lot of strength.
And there's a brace.
Yeah.
Actually, that brace is the whole width.
Yeah. It goes the whole way across.
That's what, 6 inches wide, that brace?
Yeah. This one here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
All right. So we ended up getting that really nice. And we kind of homemade a big stinking slide hammer out of some conduit, some 120 wall pipe, and an old Visco CV. Slide that up a little bit. We welded the CV we poked up into here, welded that around there. We have this pipe, and then we welded a bolt down into there. So we're gonna don't make fun of us now. It might work. We're gonna figure it out. But I'm gonna fill this area in here with heat and see if we can't get it to pull out. Heat would just make it a lot easier. I put that little piece of metal in there to kind of create an air gap between any parts that are in there, so nothing gets hot. That's where we're at. We're gonna see what happens.
I call this a long travel slide hammer.
Long travel. Patent pending.
You just let me know when you think it's ready, and I'll start hammering it.
It's getting there. It's coming out. The top actually looks pretty good. Down here might need, you know.
From inside.
Yeah, give her another 1 or 2 whacks.
All right.
Long travel.
Man, that's hard on the hands, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, Scott, that top looks really good. It looks flat across there at the top.
Does it?
Yeah, up here looks good. Down here needs a little bit of work, but
No, it's all right.
take a peek from the side, see what you think.
All right. Good. Got it?
Yep.
Hey, Scott, don't forget about our trunk tire.
We can get in behind here maybe
Yeah.
and bring this piece out a little bit with some.
I agree. It looks
But this-
it looks pretty good.
But that main circle or rectangle piece.
Like
up
about from here up.
there, yeah,
Looks really good.
I think so too. The old long travel slide hammer did good.
It did its job.
It's got the broken Visco CV axle welded into there, a 120 wall pipe with some conduit, and a 1/2 inch bolt welded on that end. Patent pending now. It worked pretty
You
good.
could sell one free with every cage.
Yeah. Got some frame damage? Send it here. We'll get her close anyway. All right, we're gonna take this apart, let this cool down, and then we're gonna work on this piece right here, trying to get that nice and straight. The main thing is where your A-arms bolt.
Right.
Yeah, to me
It
that
looks pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. All right, we'll do a little more fine tuning on it, make sure nothing cracked or anything like that, and then we'll figure it out from there. All right. This is the next day. Yesterday we got that straightened out. Everything's nice and straight. Got the lower A-arm on. Scott had to go back home last night, so me and Sherry are just over here messing around. We're gonna start getting some more stuff put on. All right, A-arms are set in place. The back bolts are tight. front bolts are loose because we got to put the bulkhead on it.
Sit down in your lap and I'll take this.
We're gonna throw the axle in one-handed. Try to anyway. Put this between my legs here. Alright, that's in. And then
Wow, that's as high as she goes.
try to do it one-handed.
Skills.
Okay. Alright, so now we can put the lower up and the lower together.
Like this.
I'll set it on my leg. Okay.
I'll get a piece of wood.
Alright. We set a piece of wood under here to kind of give us a little love tap. We get that bowl joint is set. It slides up in here, and then a through bolt goes through there and it kind of pinches it in. So that's what we're gonna do now. Alright, that'll work. Okay, we're gonna get that set.
There's your love tapper.
And what else are we gonna come back with? We need to
I can maybe start putting, got the new, got everything transferred over to that.
yeah, Sherry got the winch and the fair lead and that hook all transferred over from the old bulkhead to the new one.
We can probably put that on.
Can that go on and then the plastic?
I believe so,
think.
because there's room now for it to fit.
Oh, and the fan shroud.
Oh, yeah.
The fan shroud will go in behind
This
there.
has to go on first, I think.
Okay. All right. What up, dog?
What
are you doing?
Sweating? Yeah. Riding the four-wheel? Yeah. Yeah? It's hot, huh? Yeah.
All right. Let's get this show on the road. We're gonna get this together. Get that bolt in there. It's a what is that? A 15 millimeter, both sides
Yes.
for this. We'll find that.
It's over here.
That's what we're doing now. It's coming along. It's getting there. It's rebuilt. It's getting rebuilt. Almost good as new. Okie dokie. This is all bolted back on. Tie rod's on. For now, I just measured the other side to set the length. We'll have to mess with that, but I'm gonna hold these bolts. Sherry, lift that up. I would love to help, but unfortunately, I'm still not allowed to lift heavy things with the way my back is. Nice.
It's okay. Get it.
The bulkhead going on. Scott's going to grab some touch-up paint for that too. And he's also going to take this apart at a later date to replace the bushings, because some of the bushings are a little bit suspect. So as of right now, we're just going to get it all back together.
We're going to get a new bolt for here.
Yeah, this is a new bolt for here because that one bent. Making stuff happen now.
Sweat when I can sweat happen.
It's so hot out.
Okay. The bottom should...
Yeah, they're just studs. Another setup that I kind of like is this. Ours doesn't have it. I don't know if it's an RC thing or maybe an aftermarket bumper type thing, but this has an aluminum kind of bracket that gets bolted in from the top of this down into here. This is threaded up here, and then there's a bolt that goes through here into the lower frame underneath of the diff, which is pretty cool. And the bolt that goes in there is an 18 also. I'm not sure where that bolt is. There we go. All right. Okay, bulkhead's on. Next step is the radiator shroud, fan shroud, which is this. This was Sherry's, which we swapped hers out for a fan we did a video for Fast Lab UTV. It's actually a metal one. If you go back on our channel, you can find that out. So it adds a lot of structure to the front end. These break, that one doesn't. But her fan bearing was bad, so we just took Scott's fan out of his broken shroud and put it in our good shroud. Yeah, so we're gonna need both hands. I'll have to put the camera down for that. We're gonna go ahead, get this down here, get that fan shroud in behind it, get that kind of bolted in place, because it bolts up down into I think into here, right?
I think this side.
That's over here. Yeah, through here.
And then I think that other plate, like this one goes up here maybe.
That one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, into these.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have to agree. These might be on backwards.
No, I compared them to the...
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, I mean, I put them on the same way the other one was, but...
Well, I'll have to see. We'll get to that one. Alright, let me set this camera down. I'll help you with this stuff.
This looks like it.
Shroud, phase 1.
Wood chip.
Shroud's in, bolting the radiator down. Mm-hmm.
2 more.
Alright, we're at the point of putting tires on. Sherry's buttoning up the tie rod end. I had to jack it up a little bit to get it lined up. So over here, what you see is, I don't normally rig stuff. I pride myself in doing excellent work, but for now, because we don't have the shock yet, rather than trying to compress these, because this shaft won't stay in here because they're broke, they're 2 separate pieces. So what we would have had to do is take this spring and the top spring and compress it, and then put it in here and try to open it up slowly to get the bolts in, if you can kind of understand what I'm talking about. Because with the upper spring in here, there was too much tension to close the gap, and it was like 3 inches too long of getting it in there, which was a real fight. So what we did was we just added this lower spring and this C-clamp, and we put on here because this is already junk, so we're not really worried about hurting it. And then once it compresses a little bit, this spring will come up against that C-clamp and we'll be
where the shock is?
okay. What do you mean? Yeah, we're not sure where the shock is right now. It was supposed to be here yesterday. It never came in. They say it's not on back order. They say possibly in a warehouse, maybe coming from Canada, got held up in Canada, but we're not really sure. It's not on back order, but they don't see tracking yet. So that's what we're waiting on right now. We're waiting on a shock, and that's it. Other than that, she's done.
I'll put plastic on.
Yeah, we gotta put the plastic on. But we wanted to, we wanted to make it at least a rolling chassis. And other than this setup here, I could have made like a strut out of a piece of metal, drilled 2 holes, put it in there. Would have been okay, but we had this. It took us 2 minutes to whip it up. So we'll see. To be determined if that's going to hold or work. But it should be okay. New upper and lower A-arm, new axle, new tie rod end, inner and outer tie rod bulb joints, whatever you want to call them. Different fan shroud, new bulkhead, new shock coming soon, hopefully. I don't think we're going to get that in time to finish this video. We're not really sure when it's coming in. Today's Saturday, so we know it's not coming in tomorrow. What else we got, Sherry? Anything else? That was basically it, huh? Wasn't too bad of a... I mean, you guys saw in the... If you haven't seen the rollover video, go check that out. It's our... I believe it's our 3rd Wellsville video we did, but frame took a... or cage took a hit here and here. Pretty tweaked. Some messed up plastic here can be fixed. Cage, we're gonna take care of that, and probably before the end of winter anyway. This broke. I'm not too concerned with that. Broken parts whole lot. And part of it. This side, little hit right here. Not too bad. I think that's about it, huh? A little bit of road rash. But, yeah, we're going to throw this on next, and then we'll pretty much be ready from there. That's what we're going to do now. Huge shout out to Alpha Powersports for getting that stuff really fast for us, and they're a sponsor of ours. They're always there when we need them. So if you're looking for parts or accessories or a Can-Am, they also sell Wildcats and boats and stuff like that too. So they're in Duncansville, PA. All their information is in our description below. If you want to go down there, click the link. If sales, if you're calling for like a Can-Am or something like that, ask for Sean. And if you're looking for parts, look for or ask for Brian. And sales will be Paul and Matt. So all four of those guys are my go-to. So we're gonna get the front clip bolted on, and then we'll be back here. Okay, we done. There she be. Put the new shock on when we get it. She's ready to roll. Not literally though. Ready to rock and roll, ride.
Not roll.
Don't jinx them.
Not roll, yes. Alright, thanks for tuning in. We figured since we were kind of doing like a frame type rebuild, I know it's not probably the most professional done, but it's back to where it was. All 4 mounting points of the A-arm and the frame is within probably a 1/16 of what it was, if not closer than that. Everything lines up real nice. Nothing's in a bind. It's really all you can ask for. I mean, aside from turning into the insurance and not riding for who knows how long by waiting for another Can-Am to come in, we'll just fix it. We'll be back on the trail within a week or two and go out and do it all over again. Hopefully not as bad as that one was though. But thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next video.